DreAllDay.com.
What's up, everybody? Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com. As we got a new NBA season coming up upon us, I know a lot of people got opinions. We all watch the NBA. We all love the game. So I thought, since I saw that list they put out, I think Sports Illustrated did a list of the top 10 players in the league. But they did a list of all the players, I think top 50. Top 10 got all the news. What I'm going to do here in this 5-part series, I'm going to give my personal top 5 for all 5 positions in the NBA. So a couple guidelines. I'm going to go by the position that the player most naturally plays, that the player either plays most often or that I see this player at most naturally. Second thing is that I'm not going to do them in order of best, second best, third, fourth, fifth. I'm going to just give a top 5 as a group. I ain't going to go in order and try to categorize each guy because that's going to take too much time. I don't want to do all that. Plus, I know y'all going to do it for me. Now, each one of these videos in the comments, I want you to let me know if you agree or disagree with my top 5. And also, if you want to put them in order personally, go ahead and put them in order. I know it's not going to be, everybody ain't going to agree with my list, definitely. And y'all ain't going to agree with each other. So this is a good way to get some discussion started about the game that we all know, the game we all watch, the game we all love. So let's start it off with the point guard position. The point guard was actually the hardest position for me because the point guard position is probably one of the most, quote-unquote, loaded positions in the NBA right now. So I'm going to get into my top 5 and give a little bit of background on how I came to it, at least with this position, because of all the players that I had to choose from. First of all, at the point guard, 4 people was easily in the top 4. Chris Paul, Tony Parker, Russell Westbrook, Derrick Rose. There's no problem with that. When I got to that 5th spot, there was a few guys that I had to consider. I actually had 4 guys I had to look at. Rajon Rondo, Darren Williams, Steph Curry, and Kyrie Irving. Now, first of all, Steph Curry, actually, at first thought him as a 2-guard, but when I think about it, the way he plays, he actually does play point guard for Golden State. He spends some time off the ball, as does Derrick Rose and Chris Paul and Russell Westbrook. We're going to put him at the point guard. So I'm going to tell you how I came down with that final 4, how I got to my last guy. First off, Darren Williams last season, he played part of the season he was injured. He wasn't his normal self. He didn't have his normal explosion. He didn't put up his normal numbers. And based on that, I just took him off the list. Now, we also know that Russell Westbrook, Derrick Rose are coming off injuries also, but based on what they've done so far in the league and what they did up to the point where they got injured, I had to put them on. So for me personally, Darren, he got off the list just because he wasn't himself his last season playing. Next guy who I had to drop off the list, because we're looking at these guys, we got to look at winning on top of skills and production statistically. And Kyrie Irving, even though he's a great player, great one-on-one, nobody could guard him, isolated off the dribble. Kyrie Irving has not played in nor won a single NBA playoff game, unlike all these other guys. He gets dropped off the list. So Kyrie didn't make the top 5. So there's 2 guys left, Rondo and Stephen Curry. And Stephen Curry is a great scorer. He just set the record for making 3s in the season. Rajon Rondo is a great passer. He's been up there in assists every year. He's coming off injury himself. Steph Curry gets injured a lot himself. Steph Curry made it out the first round of the playoffs, lost in the second round. Rajon Rondo's been to the finals a couple times, been to the conference finals even more times than that, and he's got a ring. Rajon Rondo wins on the strength of that. So Rondo is my 5th point guard. So we got Rondo, Chris Paul, Derrick Rose, Tony Parker, Russell Westbrook. Those are my top 5 point guards in no particular order in the NBA. If you agree, disagree, whatever you think, want to rank them yourself, let me know down here in the comments. Let's get to talking. Work on your game. Dre all day.
George, from New York, work on your game.